Hey guys, first regardsman here, and I'll be talking about an Oculus Bull Carbine build for the Vanguard class in patch 11.2 of Space Marine 2. Now, the Oculus Bull Carbine has fallen off a little bit compared to the Heroic Instigator Carbine. This weapon is overall better currently for damage, but this one's still pretty decent, especially on the accuracy variant that has a ×2 headshot multiplier. And really, when you're going for a bolt weapon like this, you pretty much always want to pick up the best headshot multiplier you can, because without this, you will just do pretty pathetic damage, even like a better overall ammunition count. Now, for the perk tree on this, I do start off on the bottom tree here with Great Might. Go over here into the perk Retaliation. After a perfect time dodge, you will deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. This perk has pretty good synergy because we will be taking the perk here Hone Reactions for a 50%, or excuse me, a double dodge window at below 50% HP, which will have a great synergy here with that perk on top of the Power Gladius we'll get into later. Now, the next perk after this is Perpetual Penetration, moving here into the perk Reloading Immunity. Then I pick up the perk Extend Magazine, down here into the perk Divine Might. Now, flat damage increases of 10% like this are better than damage increases of like headshot damage like this. This one will come out to more damage than if you were to swap this perk out for the perk up here, so just keep that in mind. Next perk here is Magazine Restoration, which is like the only ammo restoration that the Vanguard has at all for this weapon, so pretty much a no-brainer to pick this up. Then I grab here the Increased Capacity perk, then I pick up Divine Might, or excuse me, Great Might here once again, and Divine Might up here, and then the final perk is Able Damage. After using class ability, damage increases by 20% for 10 seconds. Now, this perk, just like the other perk I talked about before with Divine Might, is better than the perk up here with Able Headshot, because headshot damage just matters less than the flat damage buffs do here. And not because headshot damage itself is worse, but because the modifiers on these nodes is like, which is better for the flat damage ones. That's pretty much all there is for the weapon here. Now, for the secondary, I did take the Retribution's Bequest Heavy Bolt Pistol Heroic version. The Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol is a great gun in Space Marine 2. Now, the Heroic perk effect, No Help is Coming, will actually save you a lot of ammo in this game, because on absolute difficulty, if you shoot a guy in the head that is about to, call reinforcement and you don't like one-shot them or anything like that, you will have to deal with not only a reinforcement wave if you don't interrupt them, but you'll also have to deal with an enraged enemy, and being able to one-shot a guy that is calling for reinforcements will just save you ammo because of that, because you instantaneously eliminate a enraged enemy on top of the fact you're getting rid of the reinforcement call. So really good for that, though unfortunately this perk is currently bugged, that body shots do literally nothing to stop reinforcement calls, and this probably won't be patched until like patch 12, but for now he's got to live with that, and it's still worth using. Now, for the perk tree on this, I would set up this way, going down Divine Might, down here to Perpetual Penetration again, Increased Capacity, Extended Magazine into the perk Death Strike. After you kill a Majora's level or higher enemy in melee combat, you will deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. This perk is pretty damn good. You can also trigger this on a finisher, not just a melee kill, so keep that in mind. And the next perk here is Great Might, moving down here into Strong Start, into the perk Able Damage again, because Vanguard uses class ability all the time. And next perk here is Home Precision, up here into Gunstrike Reload, into the perk Tactical Precision. Headshots will deal 20% more damage, and non-headshot damage decreases by 10%. Headshot damage here is just way more important than body shot damage, so definitely grab this, and that's pretty much all there is for the secondary. Now, for the melee weapon, I do take the Heroic Power Gladius. This weapon does ridiculous amounts of damage. The Heroic perk effect here is called Agile Strike. After a perfect dodge, the next melee attack deals 120% more damage and can be stacked up to 3 times. This will actually linger for 1 hour, or not 1 hour, 1 second after the initial hit, so you can actually get that 360% damage bonus for the entirety of a light combo, shadow stab, or even like a heavy attack and stuff like that. So a really good perk here. They buffed this up in like patch 11 from patch 10. It's way better now, and overall I think this is like the best knife, at least for damage in the entire game. Now, for the perk tree, I take Perpetual Strength, moving down here to the perk Kinetic Energy. Each consecutive heavy attack increases heavy attack melee damage by 3% up to 30% for 3 seconds. Then I pick up the perk here, Perpetual Strength, into Perpetual Strength once again to max out our damage even more. Then I finish off with Heavy Onslaught, which it does affect your Shadow Stab, not just your Spell Crushers. And then I pick up Reeling Blow, Shadow Stab up here into Tide of Battle, and finish off with Terminus Slayer. Now, 20% bonus damage against Terminus level enemies is really nice to have, though if you want to take Extremis Slayer instead, you can definitely do that too, because both of these are pretty damn powerful. It just depends on what you want to focus on. Today I focus on boss damage. Now, for the perk tree, I start off here with Upper Hand. After a perfect time parry, block, or dodge, you will not lose control from heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. Having no knockback in Space Marine 2 is incredible. This one is no different, especially if there are increased perfect dodge windows. It's very easy to pull this off even on a balanced parry window, and no knockback will simply save your life. Next perk here is Conviction. When your armor is fully depleted, you will take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. 25% less health damage may not seem like a lot in Space Marine 2, but it actually is. This will save your life all the time, and a 10-second uptime is a very long uptime in this game. So amazing perk, way better than the perk here, Close Combat Focus, especially after the Chaos Spawn became a thing, so definitely pick this one up. Next perk here is Hunt Reactions. When your health is less than 50%, your perfect dodge window is doubled. Now this will give you the biggest perfect dodge window in the entire game while it's active. Really good for things like the Power Gladius and a Retaliation perk on the Oculus Carbine. Now, Consecutive Execution is also a very powerful perk. I prefer this one for this build because it is easier to trigger not only our perks on our weapons, but also the perk over here throughout the fight. After Perfect Time Parry, Block, or Dodge, you will take 20% less health damage for 5 seconds. This one will re-trigger on every single Perfect Dodge, so a really good option here, and great synergy with the perk over here, Home Reaction. Next perk here is Inner Fire. All team members can restore ability charge by 15% by performing finishers on Majora's level or higher enemies. Now, you may be wondering why I'm not taking the healing perk over here. The main reason is that I don't want to overheal my home reactions here. I want to keep this up while I am below 50% HP, and while you have this dodge window doubled, you are pretty damn tanky with Conviction on top of Thrill of the Fight. That's a 45% health damage reduction on top of Armor Restore from perks like Launch Restoration and Restoration here, so really damn powerful, and Inner Fire is a great perk to get your grapnels back for even more armor and just enable your teammates. The bigger issue now is that this perk got nerfed a little bit from patch 10. It will no longer trigger on any kill. You do have to actually do melee finishers and stuff like that, or melee kills, so keep that in mind. Definitely do this. I believe it only works now for gun strikes and your actual finishers, so just keep that in mind. Next perk here is Restless Fortitude. After a diving kick, you will take 40% less range damage for 10 seconds. Now, prior to patch 11, this perk did not work in proper conjunction with the perk here, Tactical Prowess. If you got an execute off of this perk, it would just not function at all with like the trigger. It wouldn't trigger this perk at all, is the thing I'm trying to say here. Is that like now, if you get an execute off of Tactical Prowess and get your grapnel back, you will also trigger the Restless Fortitude. So really good there. Next perk here is Zone of Impact. Performing a finisher with the grapnel launcher deals damage to nearby enemies. This perk is still by far the best of all the options here. Zone of Impact does a ridiculous amount of damage, and you can loop an entire wave with this. It is kind of unfortunate that Tenacity is just not as good as it was in the PTS, but still a pretty powerful perk. But Zone of Impact, it's just the GOAT. Just take this pretty much all the time for like a quote-unquote meta build. The next perk here is Thrill of the Fight, for the reasons I previously mentioned, and the final perk is the signature perk here, Tactical Prowess. Grapnel Launcher can activate a finisher not only on incapacitated enemies, but also on those who have less than 33% health, except for Terminus level, and performing a finisher with the Grapnel Launcher will restore its charge. Now, taking this will pretty much just enable your Zone of Impact. The amount of value this perk actually generates is pretty substantial because being able to kill a guy at 33% HP is super nice to have. And if you lock onto a target and you see like a little red icon, they are below 33.33% HP, or excuse me, they're at 33.33% HP or below, which means you'll be able to grapnel launch for them, most likely. But just be aware that the red icon on the lock-on in this game does not mean they're actually at 33%. They could be ever so slightly above it, so like shoot them one more time. Now, for the prestige perk list here, I just take Battlefield Awareness for more close range damage, Fortitude because health increases in Space Marine 2 are godly, and Launch Restoration and Restoration because Armor Restores makes you that much tankier, and that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. The Oculus Bolt Carbine is pretty damn fun. The Power Gladius does a ridiculous amount of damage, and Home Reactions is a pretty fun perk combo. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye.
What needs grappling?
They cut the leveling grind of classes in half and still take 400 hours to get them all maxed. I don't know what the actual time is on maxing all the classes in this game. I feel like it does take... I mean, if you're playing it the normal way, because like not everyone's rushing absolute difficulty and the heretical XP truth. Pleasure to watch the stream. Going for a nap now. Thanks for all the content. Take it easy, peers. We'll get out of the first area in a second. I definitely felt that. This should kill him.
I love it when birds dig their own graves.
Lore-wise, are White Templars real? White Templars are real. They're not made up. They're a real chapter. In the Steam reviews, people are saying the Salamander pack has less armor pieces, but it's priced the same as the others. I think it does have. It doesn't have a chest piece. That's like the biggest L. It does have a war gear portion, though, which is a little bit different from all the other ones, but still. I mean, I don't think the cosmetic packs in this game are very expensive, but they are kind of boring sometimes. I appreciate your videos every day too. You just got into it, and I've been having fun following your build guides. I hope they can help JS Wervo.
No turning back now.
I've been trying to make some more fun team-oriented ones. Or at least bring that up more in conversation, because I feel that's what a lot of people enjoy. I think people in horde shooters really enjoy the idea of like a hold the line build, supporting their teammates. Like, it depends on the player, but like not everybody wants to be like the main character DPS king. Some people want to be like, oh, you know, you won, but you won because I'm here. Like, they like builds like that. And not in a way where it's like, you won because I killed everything for you. You won because, you know, I enabled your damage. I enabled your build. That's really fun for a lot of players. I think that's why the banner ability is actually pretty great, because it can give survivability to teammates that don't have any. I think that's why people like the idea of medics in games, not just because they make it easier, but it makes them feel like they have a different way to affect the battlefield. And that's true in MMOs, that's true in horde shooters. And I think it would be pretty good in this game. Well, it's not what I wanted, but I'll take it. Make Siege Mode 8-player. I think the reason Siege Mode is not more players, or just the game in general, because it can't handle it. On top of it, they think the game would be too easy. I mean, Siege Mode can barely handle the amount of players it has right now, or the amount of enemies it has without crashing. I mean, let's be real. It's not that it can't handle, it can barely handle, it can't handle the amount of enemies it has now. So, if you were to up the player count on consoles, you'd be pretty cooked. Go here. I think I have to kill this guy first, if I can. If I can handle range spam. All these guys should be pretty low. Hi, Happy New Year's to you and your family. Keep it up. Really nice content, brother. Thanks, man. Happy New Year's to you and your family as well. Oh, jeez. Rework siege mode rewards, so you get everything for 5 rounds. Just got to make the time to reward the most valuable for completing siege. I think there should be more rewards in this game in general for cosmetics and such. There we go. Bang. Agreed, I love the more tower defense tortures like World War Z and Gears 3 Horde. Yeah, the feeling of being slowly overwhelmed is pretty fun in games. That's why like holdout objectives are so popular in general. So many games. Oh, whoops.
One needs grappling.
Hello guys, what kind of mode would you want added to Space Marine 2? So we have hard stratagems now, we have siege mode. Siege mode was definitely a bit of a letdown. Hard stratagems are fun, but the modifiers are pretty lame for the most part in my opinion. Like, what kind of mode would you want to see? Like, what's a new mode?
Finally, our journey ends, Captain.
I mean, if they reworked siege mode and they had so like there's actual encampments, placeables, and stuff like that, that would be kind of cool. Like more interaction with the map. Like you can you can lock down areas of the map so they can't come through. That kind of stuff.
The stench here is strong.
Dating mode. All right, dude. This ain't Rogue Trader, and it's definitely not Baldur's Gate 3. You keep your heresy out of here. All right. We're having a serious conversation, damn it.
Quieter here than I expected.
These are big men in armor. This is not a gooning game. Another one? I had so little fun fighting the last one. Just kidding. It's fun every time. It better be, because one of 2 options. I'll tell you what I would want for a new mode in Space Marine 2. I want a raid mode. I want proper raids. Complete with mini bosses, like brand new mini bosses, and a final boss. Five-player raids, an actual proper squad team. Yeah, squad team. Proper squad would be pretty cool.
We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles.
A 50-man raid?
Book available.
That would be pretty whack.
We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles. Rebel will just set. Leave this place without awakening all the consoles. What needs grappling? Closing the gap. One down. We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles. We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles. Still your mind.
Oh, that sucks. Or does it? We're actually at max power now.
We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles. Bury that well. Into the maw of death. Magazine out, magazine in. We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles. Arming up. What needs grappling? We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles. Grappling will just set.
You're the burnt peanut of Space Marine 2, dude. I wish I was funny as Burnt Peanut. Burnt Peanut's like a really funny person. Probably the nicest thing anyone ever said to me.
Into the fray. Book available.
You're the burnt peanut of Space Marine 2, but like you're good at the game. FTG VTuber mode? Burnt Peanut's not even a VTuber really. I mean, I guess he is technically. They give him a reward for it, but Burnt Peanut's just a very funny person.
Smells like fresh munitions.
Excellent rage, gentle brothers. What's up, Dr. Wuji? The PNG tuber.
Vessel detected. Sharing the divine blessings of the machine.
Burnt Peanut's one of those guys where like I watch this content and I'm like, wow, it's just an unquantifiable level of riz, you know? He just has natural charisma. Like you can't really make up natural charisma. That's one of those things like you look at it and you're like, that guy's got it, you know, it's just how it is. Got the stuff. That's just where his talent is.
Whatever this impurity is.
In operations mode, where 3 teammates have 3 boss fights as mission progresses. Each player must take on a boss, although while the other 2 are pinned down or handicapped somehow. Promotes all squad involvement. I should probably stop reading this. Why not die? I don't think I'll be able to. Give them no quarter, brothers. That's rough. Okay. I like how it all goes back to that one grab we had. Raid mode is true soloing and lore of change. What is this bolt gun?
Arming up.
Unregistered biological matter present.
I can't wait till they actually rework the grabs in this game. Because then like 70% of your HP is robbed from you by grabs in this game. Does not feel good. Probably the worst mechanic besides actual bugs.
Nothing but deteriorated fields detected. These are mere intermediates. We must cut down the spores at their roots.
You can definitely see grabs coming, but like I just feel like the punishment for getting locked in one animation is just pretty staggering on those. All right, let's go into this thing.
To the slumbering unit. Awakening has begun.
Do gun strikes count as range kills? No. Not for the purposes of your weapon perks. Actually, no they don't. They don't. I'm just saying like changes every update, I feel. Absolute itself probably needs an HP loss rework because you can blink and lose 90%. I think that's part of the design, but sunlocks and getting grabbed are not very fun. The CHP system will be fixed one day.
We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles.
What perk for Prestige 1 Sniper should you take? Probably Versatile Precision. That's the one that gives you like infinite ammo.
Magazine out. Magazine in.
Okay. Now that whatever the fuck that was is done, it's time to go to next thing.
We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles.
What's your heroic bolt? Sniper God? True. But so far, the heroic sniper 100% accuracy run has never been done, especially not on Chaos, so 100% of people that have posted are fallible for that one. I mean, you could probably do one, but like, how much are you actually shooting your gun?
Awakening all the consoles.
Absolutely needs increased spawns like Meat for the Slaughter, Major Challenge, and Extreme Challenge. Agreed. Spawns are quite low in this game. Or I should say they're quite inconsistent. I see this comment a lot. They're like, when I play, I get this many spawns. It's like, it's actually all random. It is all random. Like, some games will just be, yeah, you have a min and max spawn for everything. So one game can be substantially harder than another. A lot of randomness in the spawns. So, like, you know, I think we all agree that a triple spawn like that, where I get like 2 lictors and a biobore, is harder than just 2 lictors by a pretty intense amount. Every wave has a prime in it. Dude, man, that'd be like a 2-hour-long match.
We cannot leave this place without awakening all the consoles.
That's it's wrapping them. Are there days you kind of force yourself to play Space Marine 2? Have the drive always been there? I mean, I would be uploading every day. I didn't enjoy the game, I'll tell you that. Do I always love playing it as much some days as others? Well, it depends on the content drop, but I'm not the kind of person that can make content for a game I absolutely hate.
Leave this place without awakening all the consoles.
Or really any content on something I don't like. Like, I have to like a series, I have to like something about it. What's your FOV set at? 1.25. He plays to Rage Against Saber, that's FTG's True Crusade. I also just like talking to people. I'm gonna be honest. I just like talking to people, so I watch half the time my streams start based on me wanting to yap about something. That's usually how it goes. There are internet chat rooms for that. Why would I do that when I have like... Why would I ever do that when I have hundreds of people that talk to me here every day?
Lay the mountain of the sea of bastards.
Console has been completed. Functions restored.
for us. Open the door.
I mean, the thing I like about streaming is I think streaming is kind of like, I don't know,
We are inside the fortress.
it's not a very hard thing to do, but I do like talking to people about nerdy stuff. And in this space, in both channels I stream on, it is nice that I can just bring up a random topic and almost always somebody responds to it. Like, I can just talk about, like, hey, you guys hate the ending to this thing? Do you guys like this thing? How do you guys feel about this collection? And, like, there's almost always a fairly in-depth conversation about it. I'll be real, guys. I was an incredibly nerdy person first and a content creator second. It's kind of always been that way. I'm mostly here for talks, gameplay is background, same dude. Why I actually like playing with viewers on light strategies and stuff, 'cause it's way easier to reach chat. They're toxic. Perish. What's the first heroic I should get if I main tactical? You main tactical, the first heroic. Definitely not the heroic chainsword. Probably the heroic heavy bolt pistol or the power. Probably power gladius. Or the heroic heavy bolt pistol.
Feel your packs, brothers.
Happy New Year's, folks. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, Chuck Norris. Make it absolute. You get the poison rebuff from Dids all the time, like getting infected from Z and Extinction. Dude, Extinction. You just unlocked a memory for me again. You guys all like Call of Duty Extinction from Call of Duty Ghosts, right? That was great. That was probably my favorite horde, like extraction horde shooter ever. That had such an excellent progression system too. And quality DLC. And it was actually fucking hard too. It was actually hard. Like, you would get mopped if you didn't know what you were doing. Some things might have been a little OP, but there were a lot of builds you can make. Going. Ever played Warframe? I have played Warframe. I was never a die-hard Warframe player, though. I have a lot of friends that are very into Warframe. Exo Zombies? What the fuck is this one doing? This one actually bugged? Actually bugged. I've never seen an enemy actually bug out like this my entire life. Actually, I've seen it on Siege mode. Is the light combo better on the Power Gladius with the damage buff? Well, I didn't want to lock myself into an animation there. Was my bigger issue. I didn't want to lock myself into either a Shadow Stab or a Skull Crusher because there were 3 Raveners. One of them was bugged out. I didn't know that. But there were 3 Raveners, so if one of them popped up and decided to grab me, there'd be nothing I could do. But the recovery from this is enough to always backdash immediately after. It also does a fuck ton of damage. A feral Tyranid, yeah, cut off from the hive mind. Transit is goated. That was Black Ops 2 zombies, right? Having a mobile bus is a pretty cool idea, and having your entire train, your bus followed by monkey zombies is also quite funny. I don't know what like Call of Duty Zombie obsession with monkeys was, but like there were a lot of monkeys in that thing.
Disappointed. Replenish and ready.
That happened to a Gaunt last night at the end of Inferno. He's just chilling on the helipad at the end like he wanted to come with us. It's every now and then. There's one in the second Siege Mode map, like the second phase of the Siege Mode map. They will bug out a lot in like the one spot. Oh, triple.
I'm
I'm gonna go bonk this guy in the face and then execute him.
What needs grappling?
Horn says all ranged weapons are for cowards. That's true.
Hook available.
Horn is occasionally correct. Don't clip that. FCG, what a Custodes looks like in action, probably. Well, you wouldn't even see Custodes in action. They're too fast.
Magazine out. Magazine in. Let us rise up and into
Dual axe really would be crazy. You could look like one of that one Space Wolf artwork piece where like, they just have dual power axes.
The Tyranids seem to know you're close. They are amassing at the fortress.
good. My blade will be soaked in Tyranid blood.
Have you played Rogue Trader? Yes. I haven't played the newest DLC, but I have played it. I have finished multiple playthroughs.
Got the gear.
That was a bomb.
Ordnance on me.
Cracknade.
It is even bigger up close. Good. It will fall to the Emperor's might. To the cannons!
That was an easy bridge.
You are near the last cannons. You will need to find the manual controls to operate them.
The control console is within sight. No hope and no grace. Finished and ready. Cannons remain silent until the servo
I'm sure this will go just fine.
Defensive cannons active. Targeting system non-function. Initializing secondary system.
Witness the might of the Imperium. The Titan reaches
Odo needs to play the game. He says the game is the worst game design and called it a tactical horde shooter and poverty simulator. What the fuck does poverty simulator even mean? First of all, I'd beg to if you summon the poverty simulator. Hold on. I love Odo, but he does say some fucking stupid shit occasionally. I love Odo though. Odo is actually my favorite. For some reason that's the thought I had. But he's my favorite Helldivers content creator by far. Far and away. Remember guys, no glaze diving. I did hear he made a video on Space Marine 2, a tactical horde shooter. This game is not a tactical horde shooter. I mean, it's tactical in the sense, I guess, that you can't just, like, do literally any, like, it's not the most fast-paced horde shooter of all time. It's not as fast-paced as, like, Dark Tide. Guys, let's get here. Ow, ow, the floor is lava. The floor is definitely lava.
Obliterate this filth!
Prevent system no longer detected. Engage
Tyranny dares to attack us!
Oh, that one locked in. That was the worst case scenario. That wasn't. The worst case scenario being dead. Okay. Oh, wait. I have my gun still. That's convenient. I didn't grab that. That would have been the worst case scenario. Blowing up the Melt-A-Bomb on something that took 0 damage to them. That is, unfortunately, very tragic. But... Alright, we're just doing this. I'm just going in. Every time a Biovore spawns is the worst case scenario. Low key. Worst case scenario is getting a triple Biovore spawn into like a Neurothroat boss or a Carnifex with full melee spawns. Or full range spawns.
Tyranny dares to attack us! Do not let the tyranny's reputation witness the might of the interior!
I really am addicted to this pistol though.
Empower the last cannon.
Okay, let's take this.
Initiate the generators.
Fantastic drip, brother. Thank you, brother. We are a blood size. They are a success for chapter of the Blood Angels. Best chapter, by the way, of Blood Angels. If you haven't heard the word of our Lord and Savior, Sanguinius. I don't know what to do in this game anymore because I maxed out every gun and every class. I also just finally got everything in the strategy shop thing. It's simple, brother. You play games. Or you can take a break, you know, it's also an option.
The tyranny dares to attack us!
I mean, usually when I don't like playing a game anymore, I stop playing the game. Or I take a break until a new content drop. Shill for Blood Angels. Of course, dude, I am the Blood Angel shill, don't you know? If Chapter Master Valrak is the Imperial Fish shill, I'm the Blood Angel shill. Actually, you said the Blood Angels are the best chapter, and chat did nothing feels bad, man. They're all sitting there in silence because they love Sanguinius so much and their memory and stuff. I mean, like, how tragic. What a tragic death for the Primarch of the best chapter. Be like most people, come back for updates, play a week, then leave again. Well, you forgot one part of that. It's play update, complain about something, and then leave again. Play for a week, complain, leave. That's just like the gaming mantra now. Can't rebuke the truth, see? Where's your Blood Angels hoodie then? Wouldn't you like to know? Where's your Blood Angels hoodie? Where's yours, Pips?
Take the shot on those damn towers and unleash divine retribution.
I haven't played in a couple months. I wonder if I can still demolish. Well, your name is Flying Nazgul, so like you're empowered by Sauron, so I'd imagine, yeah, you probably could. That's the one thing I don't like about Space Marine 2. I don't like that they take so long for content updates. I definitely agree. Let's see what we got here. That was pretty good. Unfortunately, we died though, but